What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 47 of the series where I attempt to fill as many collection log spots as possible on my maxed Ultimate Ironman. Going to be starting this one out on 1101. I did hit 1100 in the last video. I also greenlogged Castle Wars, and I did the My Notes section. I believe it's in here. Yeah, there it is. And I also did the My Notes section. I then moved on to doing some Abyssal Sire. I'm up to 426 kills so far on that. And I have the spine and the axe, and I just need the claw for the full bludgeon. I did also mention in the last video that I might stay here and try to greenlog Sire after I get the bludgeon. I'm still not entirely sure yet if I want to do that or not. It's just going to depend on how long it takes me to get it. But yeah, the goal for now is going to be to get that bludgeon completed. I still have a total of 147 kills left on the task as well, so let's go ahead and get back to it. Hey, here's the first milestone of the video for you guys, 500 total kills, and of course, if you look at the amount of kills I have left on the task, it's 73, of course it is. Yo, finally another Unsired. I can't even remember when I got the last one, but I am still, I'm pretty sure, like, double the drop rate on these. Where is it? So I have 4 in 567, so I guess I was almost double the drop rate, but I'm not anymore. Okay, here we go. Unsired number 4 on the account. Let's see what we get. A Abyssal Dagger. Unfortunate. It's 2.4 mil to the ult, I guess. It's another task completed, up to 573 kills now. I also wanted to spend this time to really quickly talk to you guys about a few things. So by the time you guys see this video, it'll be probably over 4 months, I want to say, since the last one. I just want to give you guys an update on what I've actually been up to. First off, though, a first thing to mention off the bat is, since I stopped playing, they officially added the collection log high scores into the game, and they also added this whole overview thing, which is pretty cool. The rewards you can get from it and whatnot. I'm rank 18 right now. I think when I stopped playing, I was either 14 or 15, so I did get passed by a few people during this time, but it is cool to have an official high scores now. It definitely gave me a little bit more motivation to come back to the game and start grinding again. And the next thing is, the reason I took a break from the game is because the new Call of Duty came out, and I really wanted to try zombies again. It's been a while since I played zombies, so that's what I've been up to. I did manage to get the highest round on all of the maps that are released on the game so far, which is round 999. I'll probably just show you guys some screenshots of that. Yeah, that was cool. Each map took me like 100 hours or something of playing, so I was grinding it pretty hard. And after that, I even went back to playing BO3. I never got to play BO3 zombies. And I ended up getting around 255 on the map Revelations, too. So that was pretty cool to get my first round cap on that game. But yeah, I am back to the game now. Hopefully I can get this video out to you guys within sometime in the next week. I don't know if there'll be too much in this video, just because I want to upload again to let you guys know that I am back. But I do want to get the bludgeon before this video is over. So I'm going to continue, try to get another task. And yeah, I'll see you guys back in a bit. Hey, not too bad. Only took 3 task tips to get, so back to it, 227 more. Just realized, too, I only have 31 sharks left, so I need to go and do some more minnow fishing first. Ended up getting myself a little bit over 500 sharks. Should be good enough for a really long time. And also another kill milestone, there is 600. Hey, there we go. On Sire number 5 on 615 KC. I'm still a little under the drop rate for those. Surely this is going to be the last bludgeon piece, though. Alright, here we go again. I still need the claw. I'll take the pet, obviously. Let's see what we get from this. Surely it's not going to be another whip. Oh, yo, no way. Always lucky, dude. Welcome back to the game, boys. Oh my gosh. Actually insane that I get that too. Wow. Okay, I mean, oh my gosh, the return luck. I'm actually spooned. That is pet 22? Pet number 22, bro. Okay, so per usual here, I'm going to go ahead and add the pet to the house, and this is what the current pet collection's looking like. Like I said, 22 pets. So originally I was just going to stay here until I got the full bludgeon, but now that I spooned the pet, the jar itself isn't really too rare. I think you should get it by the time you get 5 bludgeon pieces, so it won't take too long to get. I'm probably just going to stay here until the full green log now. Ideally, I'd get the jar before the last bludgeon piece, so yeah, I'm just going to continue with this now. Still have 185 kills left to go on the task. There's another Unsired already, 625 KC. The last one was, I think, 615, so only 10 kills apart. So I'm getting closer, actually almost on the drop rate for that now. Let's go ahead. Hopefully I get the jar next, honestly. I'd rather get the bludgeon last. Alright, here we go. Another unsired. Let's see what we get from this one. Surely it's going to be the jar. Oh, there's the end of the bludgeon. So I guess the last thing I get here is going to be the jar. But 625 KC, and I have everything except for the jar now. That's actually kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie. Staying here for the jar is going to suck. But that's the full bludgeon completed. So I actually don't know how this works. I think if I just use the bludgeon, I can use the last bludgeon piece. I can maybe get it like made. I've never made a bludgeon before. Oh yeah, there we go. Abyssal Bludgeon. Nice. I also have one spot left in my looting bag, so it's actually perfect for that. I'm going to continue doing this. The last item I need, as you guys know, is the jar. I do want to keep going for that. Even if it takes me upwards of like 1500 KC, I should be able to get it by then since I already have the pet. Also, another update here I haven't been talking about through the clips. I just hit a green cash stack just from selling the drops I get from Sire to the shop. So that's going to be nice added to the cash stack I have already. Let's go on Sired at number 7. Let's see what I get from this one. Okay, and I get another Abyssal Bludgeon piece with the Bludgeon Axon. Also, shout out to this guy following me here. Fellow UIM going for some Sire kills. I also didn't realize that once you complete a full bludgeon, you're not actually able to store any more pieces here. I tried to do it and it wouldn't let me, and then I ended up going through the options and the Overseer disappeared, so I guess I'm just gonna have to drop extra pieces that I get. Wow, this drop is crazy. 2 shield left halves. This at 1 in 12.5k drop rate here. Wow, that is really random. The 8th unsired. I'm getting a lot of unsires recently. This is the 8th one on 693 kills. All right, what do we get from this one? Another Axon, sadly, that I'm gonna have to drop. That is number 3. And 700 total sires killed now. Well, the unsired luck continues here. There is unsired number 9 on 753 KC. All right, here we go yet again. Let's see what we get from this one. Yet another bludgeon piece. That would be 2 full bludgeons if I was able to keep the other pieces. It's kind of annoying because they're untradeable, so I can't put them in my looting bag. And after you build a full bludgeon, the Overseer disappears, so there's really no way to store them. So, okay, 800 kills, and also my task is over. Hopefully I can get the back-to-back here. I really don't want to have to do any more skips right now. And there it is. I got the back-to-back task. 247 more kills. Unsired number 10, and from this one, I get a whip. Another unsired, here we go again. This is number 11. Another bludgeon piece, a bludgeon claw. 900 total sires killed. There's a little out of nowhere milestone, 15 million total Slayer XP. Okay guys, so as you see in the chat, just hit 1,000 total kills. I am going to be stopping here. I was thinking of going a little bit longer to try to get this jar, but I was made aware by a few people that apparently there's a rework coming in like summer for Sire, so I'm going to wait until that to go for the jar. This is also, of course, really boring for those of you that know that I've done Sire before, so I just want to get out of here. So yeah, I'm going to be stopping at 1,000. This is what the final log is going to look like. I got 11 unsireds, basically 2 full bludgeons with an extra piece, and I also got 14.5 mil in alks. In terms of the items that I kept here, of course, I have the bludgeon, 210 onyx bolt tips, 204 ruinite ore, 80 ruinite bars, and 7,800 cannonballs. I'll also show you guys the log on the screen. It's 47 mil total. This isn't counting the unsireds that I used. The unsireds themselves from the bludgeon pieces and whatnot is 84 mil added to this, so 130 million GP over the 1,000 total kills that I did. Finally here, I have a total of 5 elite clues to do. I don't actually know what the rate is for elites from Sire. I'm going to go and check really quick. Okay, it's a 1 in 180, so pretty much on the drop rate as well for the elites. I thought it was like 1 in 100 for some reason, and I was really unlucky. I do have a lot of things to do here. First things first, though, I'm going to get these elites out of the way. Got all of the elites done here. Let's go ahead and start opening these. I'm not really expecting too much when it comes to elites. I don't ever tend to really get anything. First casket here, nothing, 99k. Second casket, bad. There's another Deer Stalker, which I do already have. 1 more left to go. And like I expected, I didn't end up getting anything. Should be a decent amount of like alks and cells though, maybe like 400, 500k. Now on to using up the supplies that I got from doing Sire. I'm going to start with the cannonballs, and I'm going to be using these once again at ghouls, which is the same thing I did last time I got the cannonballs. If you guys remember, I did 5,000 total ghoul kills, which is the rate on the champion scroll here. It's the main reason I'm doing this. So any kill I get now is going to be over the drop rate. I guess it makes sense for me to go dry on at least one of these. I got really lucky on the last two that I got, which were, I believe, the Goblin one from Bandos, and the other one I think is a Lesser Demon Scroll, and I completely spooned that at Zammy. So going dry here is kind of expected at this point. Nothing too crazy behind the method, I just set it up over here. The score seems to do pretty good for hitting a bunch of them. It is a single combat area though, so I'm just going to be using my Void Waker along with my cannon. And there is about 6 hours done of cannoning ghouls. I got 3,110 more kills, which puts my total ghoul kills up to 8,110 now. Pretty far over the drop rates. I'm just going to continue coming back here in the future every single time I get cannonballs. So next up, I want to go through and use up all of my rune bars, rune ore, and the onyx bolt tips as well. Pretty simple, just going to be using blast furnace. I'm going to start with the noted ruinite ore I have. I'm going to have a lot of extra rune left over as well, and I'm just going to be making and alching rune plate legs with those. All of the rune alchs got me another 3.2 mil, and now I have 210 onyx bolts E to alch. I'm not going to be really doing anything during it. I'm just going to be sitting at the bank. 200 alchs is relatively quick too. I think it's like 12 minutes or something to do 200. It's not too bad. Another 5.1 mil from all of the rune that I picked up. And if we add that to all the other alchs that I got from doing Sire, I got almost 20 million GP in total from the 1,000 Sire kills. If you guys do remember, I had plans to do a lot of other stuff after I finished this. The first was going to be to go to Amoxliatl and try to get the these things. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm more than likely try to go for this full green log and get the pet if I don't go too far over the drop rate. But for now, I want to take a quick break from doing PVM. I want to do another like easy log, I guess, in the Gnome Restaurant. I've never done this before. I do have to look up a guide on it, but from what I know, it should be, I think, like 10 hours, maybe a little bit longer to finish. Okay, I now have a pretty good grasp on how to do this. It's a lot more simple than I thought. So yeah, there's 4 items in this, and all 4 of these items you can get from doing the deliveries. I'll show you guys on the screen like pictures from the wiki just to give you an example. So the mint cake, for example, you can only get this from 3 different people if you get deliveries to them. I think there's like 20 something people you can get deliveries to, so it is a pretty low rate. I think overall it's like 7 people that you can get all of the collection log items from. But yeah, the mint cake specifically, you can see on here I can only get it from these 3 people, and it is a rate of 1 in 22. Now, in terms of the rates on all of the other items, it goes from about 1 in 17 all the way up to that 1 in 22, and you can see the 4 items there. Also, on the bottom of that, on the wiki page, you'll see all of the people that will give you a chance at getting these items. You can also only get them from doing hard deliveries, so I'm going to be doing that, not the easy ones. But yeah, it is pretty straightforward here. You just get everything you need on you. I have my Royal Seed Pod to teleport back up to the Grand Tree. You just right-click, get a hard order, and then you'll also see here that I have the Gnome Restaurant plugin. It tells me literally everything that I need. You also see up here there is a timer on the delivery. It's about 10 minutes, which is way more than enough time to go through here and make everything. So for the moment, I'm doing every task that I get assigned, even if the task is from someone that doesn't give me a chance at getting the collection log item. And that's because if I were to cancel these, you have to wait like 5 minutes between getting new deliveries, so it's worth just doing all of them since it'll be faster overall. You will see in my inventory here, though, I got a reward token after finishing 4 hard deliveries. Once I get 10 of these total, so 40 total deliveries, I'll actually be able to skip tasks that I don't want. So up until that point, I'm just going to have to do every single task that I get. So I forgot to do the update when I was halfway there, but I am 1 over halfway there. And I was able to do 20 in around like 50 minutes or so. So the whole 40 will be under 2 hours to get to. Hey, there we go. The first item in the log, the Grand Seed Pod, that is going to be on 26 total deliveries. Nice. Already the second one, the mint cake, and that is going to be on delivery number 30. If I get lucky enough here, I actually might finish the log before I even reach the 40 total to be able to skip tasks. Okay, so I'm at the point now where I have 40 total deliveries, and I'm going to go ahead and try the skipping thing now. I couldn't find any videos on this. I read like a wiki entry. I don't exactly know how to do this. I think all you have to do is, there's the message saying I'll be able to do that. Okay, so when it says the person's name, I think all I have to do is right-click hard again. It looks like I might have to go through all this dialogue every single time. I guess I just do, I'm ready to take an order now, the edge of the world. Okay, so yeah, that way I don't have to do these deliveries and I can just skip. The two people's names I'm looking for the two items that I have left are Captain Ninto and Captain Derrikin, which are the NPCs in the duel arena, and the other one is under White Wolf Mountain. So those are the only two NPCs that I can get deliveries from to get the last two items. So I'm just going to have to keep skipping and I guess doing these dialogues until I get an order from one of those two people. Okay, that took a pretty decent amount of skips. I'm not gonna lie, it was like 30 skips. I did mention before there's like 20 or 21 total NPCs that you can get deliveries from, and since I can only use two, it is gonna be kind of annoying. It's 100% faster than actually going and doing these deliveries though, so we'll see how this goes. These two items are both a 1 in 16 chance, so I did get the two harder to get items already. Finally, another item. There's the gnome scarf, and that is going to be on number 62, so it took me 22 total after being able to select. I've also gotten like 8 gnome balls or something, which is like a 1 in 14 drop rate, so that was fun to see every single time. One more item left to go. No, another gnome scarf. It's unlucky. I didn't actually realize that you can get duplicates doing this, so that's going to make it a little bit more annoying. No. Scarf number 3 on 74 total deliveries. Yes, there it is, the gnome goggles. That is the log completed on 76 total deliveries. The whole minigame log is looking pretty nice now. Last man standing, I really don't know if I'll ever finish this log, to be honest. Mage Training Arena, Mixology 100%, and Volcanic Mine. So I'll be able to get through every single minigame log here eventually. From this point, though, I'm not too sure what I want to do. I might start doing a Moxliotl. I have to go look up a guide on the setup for this, but yeah, there's another log out of the way. This one took maybe like 5 hours or something. It was pretty fast. When I got all the gear I need, my inventory set up, and then I realized that in order to actually do this boss, I need to do a new quest. There's 4 new quests in the game that I still have to do. The Heart of Darkness is the one that I have to do to unlock this. It's a medium-length quest, and it doesn't look too hard, so I'm going to go get this out of the way. And there we go, another easy quest out of the way, and I somehow actually got level 101 mining from finishing that, even though it was 8,000 XP. Okay, with that done, I can get myself set up to start killing the boss. Few things to talk about here before we get going with a Moxliotl. This is the setup I'm going with. Do wish I had the jaw for my helm, but everything else is pretty decent. Bringing a Dragon Dagger, and then I'm going to start with 2 Super Combats and 6 Prayer Potions. I'll change these around depending on how much I'm using. A few food, you can pretty much ignore all damage here. If you move around the room right, you won't take really any damage at all. Also going to be bringing runes to do thralls. I'm just going to be explaining the drops to you guys as I'm doing the kill. The first drop on the log is the Frozen Tear. Those are really common. I'll end up getting that more than likely within the first few kills. You can also get a pendant drop here at a rate of 1 in 25, and you use the Frozen Tears to charge that. It basically lets you teleport certain places around the map. It's really nice for this. You can teleport right outside the temple. And then the Glacial Tomatlis, which I need in order to go and kill the Huey Coddle to get the hides from my last Master Stash, and that is a 1 in 100 drop rate. And finally, the pet has a 1 in 3,000 drop rate here. From what I've heard from people, I think with my gear setup, I'll be able to get maybe like 50 kills per hour. I'm going to be keeping track of that, of course. When it comes to the boss, it's really simple. You just have to pray mage and then move around the room, staying away from its attacks. It has 2 special attacks, one that turns off your prayer, you just have to turn it back on, and the other one, it'll spawn like these little ice crystals on the floor that you just switch to the DDS and attack really quickly to get rid of. Very simple boss and a lot of kills per hour you can get from it. There's also 9 combat achievement tasks here, and all of them are relatively easy, I guess, except for killing it in less than 30 seconds. That one, I don't really know off the top of my head how I'm going to be able to do, but all the other ones are pretty easy. Also, you see from this kill, I already got the Frozen Teardrop on 1 KC, and I got 3 combat achievement tasks done. One for killing the boss once, another for doing it in less than a minute, and the other one is for killing the boss without any of the ice attacks shattering on the floor, the ones that I attack with the DDS. There's another combat task done, and that one is going to be for doing the boss without taking any damage. I also realize I don't have my ring to ALK stuff with, since I am going to be doing multiple kills per trip here, so I have to go and add that to my inventory the next time I make a trip up here. It was a new personal best, already 41 seconds, actually. Pretty close to the 30-second one, I'm not gonna lie. Probably need, like, declaws or something to be able to get that, though. Oh, well, there's the Tomatli already. That was fast. I'm gonna go and put those in my looting bag now. Now all I need is the pet and the amulet. There's another combat achievement. That one is for getting 20 total kills. Personal best still 41 seconds. Still looking for that amulet before I really start keeping track of how many kills per hour I'm getting, since it's gonna save me a lot of time. The run getting up here is really annoying right now, so yeah, I don't really want to do a kills per hour test until I get that. And another combat task, that one is for killing the boss 10 times without leaving the lair. Also got a prayer potion drop. I didn't realize you could get those here. That's actually incredibly helpful. With that combat task though, I only have, looks like 3 more left to go. Also, one of them is to kill the boss with the Tomatlis, like only using the Tomatli. It's kind of annoying that I put that in my looting bag without seeing that, but I can just go back and do it later on. Let's go. There is the pendant, which is going to be the final drop on the log I get here for probably a really long time, since the pet's the only thing left. Now I can go ahead and use all of my tiers on the amulet, 214 charges, and now I can get up here a lot easier. So I am going to be ending the video here. I just wanted to go until I got everything except for the pet, unless I completely spooned the pet and just got the log done at the end of this video. That would have been pretty funny. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. 1,110 total collections logged. Also, really quickly show you guys what the UIM high scores are looking like for the collection log. Currently, I am in 18th place, 1 log slot off of 17th. And as you guys can see, number 1 is 1354, kind of insane. He'd be even higher too. He took like over a year break. I'm pretty sure if he didn't take a break, he might even be close to 1400, which is insane. The goal for right now, mainly for me, is just to get to the top 10, which is a little bit over 1200. It's definitely doable. I still have a pretty decent amount of log slots I can do really quick. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna try my best to get another video out to you guys next Sunday. It's really gonna depend on how long it takes to get this pet, since there's really no good drops here. I can give you guys like clip updates on. All I can really do is like kill updates, so more than likely it'll end up being like 2 minutes of clips or something for 3,000 kills. Kind of annoying. It's like the same thing as Scurious. I wasn't really able to do much with that, but yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I hope you're excited for new ones, and I'll hopefully see you guys next Sunday.